So, Magical Milestones is a great addition to the game, but since it happens every month, it very much raises an issue of where to get 275 gems every month to buy the key to unlock most of the rewards, which is kind of the whole point why the event is great. So, since there is no like one simple way to get the gems you need, I took the liberty of collecting all the different ways that you can get them, which ones are more efficient, which ones are more of a game of luck. The two main takeaways would be every gem counts, so even if there's a way that only gives you one gem at a time, go for it because it's hard to grind them. It genuinely is a lot of work. And the second one is the more you play the game, and I mean like everything that is within the game, the greater your chances that you will actually get them, because the ways to get them are many. Some are more profitable, some less, but altogether should give you enough to get all the gems you need within each month. And by all means, if you only get the amount of gems that you need by the end of Magical Milestones, you can still unlock all the rewards and then start collecting them for the next month. So, first of all, would be ads. It is simultaneously the most reliable and also unreliable way to get them, simply because sometimes you just don't get them. But in general, you should get 3 gems every day, which multiplying by 30 days is 90 gems in a month. Plus the daily offer, which gives you 6 gems on Sunday afternoons and Monday mornings, so 12 each week, which comes down to 48 gems in a month. Another option is, of course, Daily Planner, which I haven't really done the math how often it gives you gems, but I think it's at least once a week that you get 3 gems as the main reward, and maybe a couple times a week where you get 1 gem as for fulfilling one of the tasks. So those are kind of something you can pretty much rely on that you will have them as long as the ads are working. Another great option is the relics from 2 of the time-limited side quests, in particular the chess set and the blue jar from the Bobaton side quest, because they both give 1 gem each every day. Doesn't seem like much, but multiply it by 30 days and that's 60 gems that you just click on. You don't have to do anything. Of course, you have to have done the time-limited side quests to have those relics, but if you do, then that's a great source. Don't ever forget to click on them. I've noticed lately in my game that some of the relics don't actually light up blue when they're ready, so I just have to remind myself, oh, click it. It might be ready. Then one of the best ways probably is leveling up friendships as well as creatures. With friendships you have to be careful because the early ones will definitely have gems as rewards for the first couple of levels, whereas later on the new friendships start off with energy straight away and don't give gems. So before you go through meal with a friend and all that, just check if they actually do offer gems. In that sense, creatures would be probably more reliable, but then it depends on how much you are invested in events and get books so that you can actually adopt the creatures. But if you do adopt them, then they do give gems every other level. So it's also a very, very good source for collecting gems in a relatively short span of time. Then there's, of course, side quests and time-limited side quests. Time-limited side quests definitely give gems. With regular side quests, it kind of depends, but you can always see at the top right corner if they are giving gems or not. But these two, yes, they guarantee gems, but you're not always guaranteed that you will have a side quest at your disposal, or a time limited side quest. You never know, but if you do, then by all means do them. Even if you have gems, do them. You will always need more gems, especially if you do like to unlock all the rewards. So just something to keep in mind. Then, of course, the magical milestones itself, because as I said, if you get the gems like by the end of it and unlock all the rewards at the end, there's gems within the free rewards, and then there's gems in the rewards that you unlock, so you already have some for the next month to kind of build your collection up on. And depending on how far along you are in the clubs, the Sphinx and Griffin and Dragon clubs, they also give gems at certain levels. So that is also another option to kind of keep an eye on. Whew. You got the point. Anyhow, then there's learning new spells, but that also depends on whether you're doing story chapters, whether you still have any story chapters to do. Because if you're at year 7, I think we finally reached that, then you might have to wait for new chapters to come out. But if you're still within the undiscovered area, then yeah, every time you have a new spell or class in the story section, go for it. You will get some gems once you finish and learn the spell. Also, leveling up, once again, unless you have already reached the maximum level, if you level up, you'll get some gems. And if you're in the very early stages, first, second, maybe third, I'm not sure if third year actually could be included in this list, but first and second year, most definitely, you get 100 gems at the end of the school year. But it's it depends where you are. But if I'm listing all the possible options for gems, then once again, that is an option for some. Then there's of course the random class rewards and the rewards you get from feeding your creatures that you've already maxed out. So this is where playing the game as much as you can comes very much in play, because if you log in every few hours when you have full energy and you do a class, then you do another class, if you collect the creature food and just go on a feeding spree, there is a chance that at least one of the creatures will give you some gems. There's a chance that at least one of the classes will give you some gems. And you in general benefit from doing those classes or feeding those creatures. You might get some brown books. I've been getting those way more than I've been getting gems. And I'm not complaining in any way, because, well, getting the pets is one thing that I'm quite into, apparently. So yeah, but that is it's a bit of a gamble, I guess, because those rewards are not guaranteed. You don't know what you're gonna get each time, but the more you do it, the greater your chances to get gems as well. Then there's a couple. I put them at the very bottom of the list because technically yes, but in reality, I think most people who play the game will be like, yeah, probably not. One is getting perfect Quidditch friendlies. There's noise. Perfect Quidditch friendlies. They will give you one gem, but I personally, one, I don't really aim for it. Second, I've managed to do it like twice since I've played the game. But if you have very good coordination and you're very determined, then and also if you have enough coins to actually do it all the time, then yeah, sure, go for it. Quidditch friendlies will give you a gem every time. I much more prefer to just collect it from one of the relics from time limited side quests rather than work for it every time. But you know, maybe for some it's not work. And then there's another one, which is even more unlikely. But if you do dueling, you will have noticed that every like 7 or 9 or 12 duels that you win, you get a random reward. And I think I've gotten creature food from that. I've gotten gems at some point as well, and books. So yeah, it's not guaranteed, same as class rewards or feeding creatures, and it takes way more work than doing classes or just collecting some creature food to feed a creature. As we all know, dueling is a bit of a drag. But if by any chance, due to full marks or daily planner or whatever reason, you are within like 8 out of 9 duels, and you have some coins that you can spare, why not go for it? Try and win that duel and collect that reward. Who knows? Maybe it will be gems, maybe it will be brown books. Just something to keep in mind. So yeah, that's essentially it. Of course, another great option, as it turns out, is to have your game crash for 2 days and then wait for JC to give you 25 gems as a sorry. But you know, every bit counts. I'm almost at 275 now. I was at 150 last week. So by all means, grinding genuinely does work, and the event has just started. I mean, I started saving while the previous Magical Milestones was going on. But yeah, if anyone thinks that it's not doable, it is. It is. It just, yeah, it just takes grinding. Maybe more than one might wish for, but it is more than doable. The main thing is don't get tempted to spend them. If there's a full marks, just think twice. Do you really want to spend 5 gems to flip a tile? Do you really need that boost? Is it really that necessary? Because just compare the rewards that you get from full marks or from magical milestones and just decide, because it does take a while to collect them. But yeah, so I think that's pretty much it. I think I covered all the items on my list. If anyone has any other ideas, if I've forgotten anything, you can mention that. But yeah, I mean, good luck. Magical Milestones has only just started, so if you start collecting now, you should be good. Bye.